in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Wide open, it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Louisiana Raging Cajuns offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Palmer.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
This is a free safety that not only can play in the middle of the field and play center field, but he can lock up man-to-man as well with great coverages out there.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Boykin. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
They go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take up the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
To the air on second down. Finds his man, it's Dennis. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Second down, he'll throw it. He's got him. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Seminoles offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Got his man in the middle. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And the Noles will have it 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. Touchdown, Noles. Once he got some room, it was over. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Louisiana has it back and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Dennis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. He'll pull it on the read. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their...
Pick off! What a play by this defense! And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Big pickup on the
so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. Now on 2nd and goal. Here we go. Tries again to get it in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. With jet sweep pass. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Let's go.
Makes the grab. It's Robinson. Finds a crease at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Seminoles.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. To the ground with the back. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Line getting set on second down. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Raging Cajuns will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Looking for room at the 40. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road have to play this offense, man. They're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10.
325.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the crud out of them so bad, you start to put the backups in and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. formation from the wideout. They'll start this drive going to the air. Still looking on the move. Open space at the 25. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. And the Raging Cajuns will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Running free. Touchdown, Florida State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
They'll run play action. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Oh, they're after him. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. And they'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. All that speculation all week, and now we know Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got it in the middle. It's Boykin. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Caught over the middle. It's Dennis. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes a catch at the 10. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. On the run, it's Thurman. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to that. A TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays. This is the time to go out and do it.
When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Noles send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game day.
Makes the tackle at... After he picked up 10.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
The Raging Cajuns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field, but this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Dropping back, it's Strong. Makes the grab. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. After an abysmal first half, goose egg on the scoreboard, the offense trying to find itself. It's first down. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Lets it fly. He's got an open man. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. On to attempt the try.
Man, it's so nice to have guys out wide that you just trust that you can feed the football, and this guy will do the rest, will cross that goal line, will take care of you, make you look like a genius. That's that kind of guy right there.
He'll start the return in. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He'll send the tight end in motion. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Really nice job on the option that time. And obviously, this running back has had himself a day, right? And this defense has figured it out. They're keying on him. You saw all the defenders that time run his way, but nobody accounted for the quarterback. He made the right decision, kept it himself, and came away with a nice pickup on that option play.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run the option. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A designed run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Hard running there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
The Raging Cajuns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll pull it on the read. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that second down right.
Muscling ahead on third and short. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. And the Raging Cajuns will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening hole.
There he goes. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. A first down for the offense. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, no! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got a first down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off.
Turning it on. Smashes through the tackle. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Raging Cajuns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense doing business in the red zone. The give on the option. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Here's a quick throw out to the left. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll do it himself. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Offense gets set for second down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat